All right. Because I work out first thing in the morning, I don't eat an actual meal, but I do try to get protein in within the first half an hour of the day. So I usually do a scoop and a half of whey. This one's diesel. I have an issue with whey, and it usually destroys my stomach. So this one, it's been fine. So if you have issues, maybe your lactose, you can give this one a try. 27 grams per scoop. And I'll usually mix in 5 to 7 grams of creatine with that. Okay, so this is my second upper day of the week. Currently on a upper lower split. It's a 4-day split. I'm doing 2 upper days and 2 lower days. So I'm hitting everything twice a week. And I'm getting 3 days of rest. And on those rest days, I have been doing cardio and abs. So I just find for my body, at least right now where I'm at, those 3 days really help with recovery. So I'm testing out a 4-day split. It's been feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna stick with it for now and see how it goes. So I'm just warming up. I'll pull ups a little bit. Just want to get the blood flowing. Don't want to go too hard on the warm up. All right. I like to start my upper days with chest, so I'm going to do 3 sets at 10 to 12 on a slight incline. Incline is something that I need to give a little more attention to. I've definitely neglected it over the years, so I'm trying to prioritize it now in my training. So I'll typically do a couple warm sets at 135, and then I'll just jump right up to my working set at 225. And when I'm doing these warm-up sets, I'm not trying to go to failure. I'm just trying to kind of get a little bit of blood going in the chest, get the joints warmed up. If your goal is muscle growth, I would suggest not bouncing the weight off your chest, and try to keep it controlled through the movement, and have a little bit of a pause at the bottom so you can eliminate any momentum that you might get from springing from the bottom position. All right, let's go. Lightweight. Up. Lightweight. Come on. Up. Up. I am a huge believer in intensity, and if you want to grow or get stronger, you need to really push yourself every session. So I'm aiming to get as close to failure as I can right now, comfortably. And I do have the bars up here just in case I can't finish a rep. Now I'm not going to obviously absolute muscular failure, but I'm getting as close as I can. And I think that's one of the big keys. All right, after incline bench, I am going to do some weighted dips. And this has been one of my favorite exercises for triceps since I started lifting. And obviously if you are not at the level to do additional weight, just do dips. I have found these helped a ton. Just pushing the weight on these translated pretty strongly to my bench. So something to think about if you guys are trying to get your bench up. But again, on these, I'm gonna do 2 45-pound plates strapped to my waist, and I will go for 8 to 10 reps. Up, 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 and I'll usually do 2 to 3 minutes of rest between my sets. Just because I'm lifting heavy, I like to get a good rest in between to make sure I'm able to hit the next set with enough intensity. Chest is done. I just did incline, bench, and weighted dips. 3 sets of each, 8 to 10 reps. I think I got more on my first and second set of dips, but we're moving on to shoulders. So right now I'm actually mainly just doing lateral raises for shoulders. I do some presses, but in the past I have found for me doing a lot of laterals has helped to bring the fullness in my shoulders. I'm getting a lot of, front delt with my chest movements, and I'm getting a decent amount of rear delt from my back movements. So for right now, I'm just trying to stick with laterals. And I also find that I prefer them seated. So I don't have many weights at home. I either have 40-pound dumbbells or 17.5. So it's gonna be the 17.5s, and that's okay because I've actually found doing laterals with a little higher volume instead of loading the weight just feels better for me, and I can get a better contraction and hopefully better growth. So okay, for me, failure on this kind of movement, obviously I could have gotten more forced reps there, but I feel like if I can't get like even close to a full range of motion rep, then I basically hit failure. So that was set 1. I'm gonna do 2 more of those, and that's it for shoulders for today. I'm gonna move on to back. Okay, so for back, I'm gonna do barbell rows. This is a really good compound movement. If you're watching this and your goal is to get big, build muscle, be strong, do your compound movements. They're hard for a reason, and people prefer to do machines for a reason because they're easier for the most part. And obviously you can build muscle with machines, but in my opinion, there's a lot of value in doing the hard work in these barbell movements. Up. I feel heavy this morning. I feel really heavy this morning. Man, it's amazing how heavy weight feels first thing in the morning and compared to like mid-afternoon. It's not really fair. We're gonna go for 6 to 8. I'm not gonna go super heavy just because To be honest, I'm not really feeling it right now. It's one of those days. And it's really important to listen to your body. I know from ample past experience, if I'm not feeling a movement and I decide to push it, there is a much higher likelihood that I'm taking a one-way trip to Snap City with no refunds. So, my math is correct. We have 135 plus 50, so 185 pounds here. And we're gonna go for 6 to 8. 3 sets of these, and then just arms, and that's it. Intensity is the key. Intensity, consistency. Okay? Those two things will get you very far in life. Up. Yeah, those aren't feeling the greatest today. So the last thing on the agenda today is arms. This is gonna be the best movement of the day. Nice and easy. Okay. So we are gonna go with, I guess, 50. I don't know what this bar weighs. Probably 15 pounds. If I were to guess so. We're not gonna go heavy, too heavy. Again, with arms for me, well, with biceps, triceps a little different. But with my biceps, I have found over the years of lifting, I don't have to go that heavy to get them to grow. I find they responded well to a little higher volume, and you know, I did a lot of drop sets, supersets. So we're just gonna do curls today. Good old faithful. I think this is probably 65 pounds. Oh man. Alright guys, workout's done for the day, and this is my post-workout meal, which is also my breakfast. 3 whole eggs, 175 grams of plain Greek yogurt, and I'm going to put pumpkin seeds, milled flax seeds, and some farmer's market honey in there, as well as some blueberries. And I'm not counting calories right now, but I am just trying to focus on consuming whole foods for the majority of my diet and prioritizing protein.